It's the morning after. Yeah, we watched Spider-Man. It wasn't so bad. We had the radios around us. You know, generally only hear one of them, but where I was laying. But yeah, it was an okay movie. And then it was a matter of, okay, what movie we're going to watch next. And I guess the girls wanted to watch the Aladdin movie with Will Smith. I was kind of more interested in the Men in Black, but the problem with the Men in Black one is when it started, it only ran for 3 or 4 minutes, and then the visual went out, and then they restarted it, and it happened the same thing again, and we kept waiting. Finally, I guess they gave up and told people that they weren't going to be able to project that one, so I was watching some of the Aladdin one. I wasn't so interested. It was okay, but it wasn't my kind of thing, so I finally took my mattress and put it back in the tent and lay down and ultimately went to sleep. It was a pretty warm night. Well, actually it wasn't warm, it was damp, so it was kind of cool from that dampness. And through the night it got warmer, I guess. And dawn, it's quite warm now, and it's not even quite 7 o'clock yet. Now the sun is up. It was very damp. Quilt, when I put it into the sack, it's damp. What can I say? It's damp. But if I were to leave it out for probably another half hour in the sun, it probably would be a lot drier. Anyway, I'm fully packed up. Had my breakfast, been to the bathroom, drank almost a liter of water, and ready to go. Now I have to hitch back. Problem is getting a spot where I can hitch and cars can pull over, and then where they're going to exactly drop me off, because I can use my map to figure out where it is, but I think I'll have to get dropped off at the park office, which is probably the only place they can pull over, because there's so little shoulder. So I'm going to get my pack, and I might go into the grocery store if it's open to get some trail mix, because I didn't get any of that yesterday, I forgot to. And then start booging. So, well, big bonus. Didn't have to hitch more than 4 or 5 minutes before a lady picked me up. She picked up hitchhikers here before. Gave me a warning that hitching is illegal in was it New Jersey? And I said, well, I think I'm technically in New York where I was standing, but anyway, yeah, she done it before for hitchhikers in that same location. I was wondering why they were there, and so I explained to her about the movie theater and that, and anyway, she whooped up the hill and she was able to figure out where the trail was, and now I'm back on the trail, and it's 7:25, so a little bit later than normal, but I did go to the grocery store and pick up some trail mix type of stuff for 10 bucks. Not a lot, but that's a little bit expensive there for some things. And got my water bottles and drank a liter of water earlier, been to the bathroom, and we're off. I think the shelter I was originally planning to go to had a warning for aggressive bear, and said not to camp there. So I'll either stop at the one before it, which is I think just 12 miles, which is a little short. I think the far one on the other side is closer to 20, so I'll have to pull out a hook and double check that. But yeah, so far so good. She mentioned something about coyotes. I don't know if I have to really worry about them, but I haven't heard anyone mention them. So wolves, that would be a different story. But it's nice and cool here in the shade again. So I'm gonna put on the trekking poles and motor along, and maybe in 2 or 3 hours I'll stop for a break and check Good Hook and figure out if the closer, I think, fingerboard shelter or the longer one, which is some memorial shelter to somebody. There's the one I'll be trying to get to today, and pull up my tent and ground cloth and dry it off in the sun if I'm not camping with it. Or if I'm going to be in the shelter. No, I expect I'll be in the tent again. Although it's supposed to rain, so don't know what to do. Anyway, what, Tuesday? Yeah, it'll rain tomorrow, I think, so it might rain overnight, you never know. See how things look. See if I have ability to check for weather. Don't want rain. Okay, later. Oh, wasn't expecting that. Marker. Oh, I guess I'm in New York. Oh well. Thank you, New Jersey. You were a pretty good state. I hope New York lives up to what you were able to give. and they mount a ladder into the stone. Oh, somebody left some water, which I was grateful for, and I have a sign down there. Seems like it was getting pretty low, and right near the road. Well, as I walk up to the creamery, I just passed the hot dog stand that's no longer open. I knew that was closed though. I did pass a couple of people slack packing going southbound. They were going to go to the New Jersey, New York state line, turn around, come back, and I stopped talking with them for a while. A couple who had started earlier in the month than me, but his wife had hurt her ankle in Virginia somewhere, and they had to get off trail for a month. And the second. And because of other obligations and stuff, they couldn't go back to the trail, so they were just doing a little bit of hiking before they take off for some other event. Right across the road now. And anyway, here's the creamery. It's supposed to be homemade, so it should be good. See what flavors they have and how much it costs. Maybe I'll get more than just an ice cream cone. Check it in. Apparently they're not open until 12, and my watch says 12:03. So I have to wait a minute. I have to look at the prices and how big things were. I thought I'd go for the real value. Here's the real value. One whole quart, $10. Belleville bog. Tell you what was in it. I forgot already. But obviously chocolate. You swirls and stuff in them. I'll tell you in a minute. Here's a list of ingredients. Oh, brownie dough. Okay. Chocolate fudge. Cocoa. Don't know if this was a good idea or not yet. Only half of the half-gallon challenge at the same price. Better stuff. I'll eat it. Mission accomplished. Whew. Thankfully, I don't feel as iffy about it all after that half-gallon challenge, which is pushing the boundaries. This was good enough.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly how I like to fly too.
Well, I'm just back on the trail. I was at the ice cream place for over an hour and a half, so it was about time I moved on. Some other people showed up. Grimley, who was one of the people who was at the movie theater, or the drive-in, with me, and Letters showed up. So I assume that Jeopardy is somewhere in the midst today. And I met two neat people, Fraulein, who's here from Germany, doing the second half of the AT. She was here a year ago, did the first half. And I can't remember if her name was Quigley, something like that. And there's a guy named Pops, I think, who I just spoke to at the very end. Yeah, we're all ultimately going to be at this shelter, although I think we're all going to be in tents. It's the mosquito problem. Thinking of trying to use my tent as a mosquito bivvy. Oh, I can sleep in the shelter but be inside my tent. I just need to do something to keep it off my body if there's a way. I suppose I could take some cordage and try pulling it up from a couple of the hooks to attachment points on the shelter wall or roof or something. That might be interesting. Could you give it a try? Yeah, I'll have to think about that. Take a look at the shelter first, figure it out. I think we all finding that that first part of the hike of the day wasn't a great distance, but because of the rocks, it was really quite slow, and we don't know what the terrain is here. Although I can tell you right now, it's rocks and rolling, but not that bad at the moment. But it's only 2 miles in to the shelter. The next one is, I think, about 9 after that, and just a little too far. If I hadn't stopped for ice cream and if the trail wasn't so bad, I would be there, or be going there. And with the rain coming tomorrow and the next day, that means walking in the rain. Oh well. Whether I walk from here or walk from the next shelter, doesn't really matter. Just gonna be walking in the rain for a couple days. Then it should get better. So, as long as it doesn't rain before people can tear down their tents in the morning, it shouldn't be a problem. But if I can be in the shelter using my tent as a bivvy, maybe I can use the pole, the long pole. Yeah, I'll play with the idea when I get there. I'll have time before everybody else shows up, and there'll be more people, I'm sure. So, I'll talk to you later. Thinking of this on the walk in here. I just take my tent, use a couple of the points, some shot cording so that it doesn't pull, too strong, and that way I can get into it and have the bug net off my face. I got the cushion in there, I've got my quilt laying up there, my pillow, and my utility bag. Got my ropes there that are a little damp, so I want them dry. And I've got the tent flying bag with poles and that type of thing over here, out of the way. And I'm just taking up one space. And if I could rig this up a little bit better, I could probably make these cords adjustable more than they are, and really make this more flexible. I needed a couple anchor points like I've got there and there, thankfully, on this shelter. Other shelters I probably won't have that. But yeah, I think that'll work. Oh, I've finished my meal. I had the Knorr with the beans in it, that one, what's it called? Sorry. Red beans and rice. It's a nice flavor. And I've been eating some M&Ms here because they're heavy. don't know if I'll have anything else. Maybe that tuna salad with a wrap, maybe. Maybe not. It wasn't a long day. It was 2 hours to get here from the Creamy, or a little over 2 hours. They were the people I met walking up. They were asking a lot of questions about the AT applications like GetHook and AWOL guide, and I was showing them and explaining how it works and what you can do with it and everything. They were very interested. And it was like a 15-minute talk. And yeah, there were some big rocks I think I saw a little bit of to come over, so I slowed it down a little bit, and it was so warm. And then I got my tent set up. I put the cross piece on the top. When I showed you before, I didn't have it up there. That helped spread it out even better. So that's good for bugs, although I don't feel it problem here. Group, that family eating down there. Some people there. So here I was talking with a fellow from Prague. He's new. Doing a section hike. I think it's been out for a week. I talked to him about why he moved here and that type of thing. Family, he's married now, so that's what brought him here. And I was talking with Jeopardy a bit, earlier about work, what we did before, and why we are here now, how that kind of led to that. Some other people, 3 women, I believe, showed up in their camp down there. And a German lady by the name Fraulein showed up. Talking with her a bit about bad weather and things like that, and she got up over there with her tent. I'm going to sleep now. It's 7:30, and yeah, I'm just going to clean up a bit here. Apparently, the water here is kind of like not a great pool. Frogs jumping around in it. So I hear there's water about an hour from here. So I got a half liter here, and I filled up at the creamery, and I've got almost a whole liter with the electrolytes that I can use tomorrow morning. And it's going to be warm, but it's going to rain, and possibly rain quite heavy. So that will not be great, but there are 3 shelters, like 14, 16, and 19, that type of thing. And it all depends on the terrain, how rocky it is, how much progress you make, how early you get going. I'm going to try to get going early again. But having to pack up the tent will slow me down a bit. There's no cell connection here, so I can't call anyone or check data. Although I did check the weather report earlier, so I know what's coming. Yeah, it's not the newest shelter, but it's okay. And well, just 2 days of rain. Just have to get through that. Now we'll be back into good weather again. And all the heat and humidity. My shirt was just soaking wet when I got here. I had that long talk with Pop about his career working at penitentiary in Florida. And this kid, he adopted 7 kids, I think. Well, his life changed at one point, and he sold everything, got divorced. The kids were already out and doing well. And just working when he needs to. And how he plans to open a hostel in Florida, probably maybe even next year. Kids are probably going to help. Tree houses and that type of thing, and Dakota-style pyramids. How are they called? The teepees and that type of thing. He figures he'll do quite a good business. And all here, there are other places he's been where they're good like that, but geared toward anyone who's traveling, not just hikers. And, well, really interesting guy. He's really turned into the Zen life type of thing. And very intelligent. It was very interesting to talk to you. I kind of wish I had a camera to record it all, frankly. But I just don't want to turn it on him. Okay, I just had another long conversation with the fellow from Czech Republic. It's getting pretty dark now. We're talking about the trail and, you know, what to do after the trail, and, you know, how to prepare for the postpartum depression and things like that. And yeah, maybe the idea of going down to Arizona. Maybe get Paul to go with me, to go to Las Vegas, and then head out and do some hiking, because I hear the trails in Arizona are fantastic. He's been on them and really raved about them, so it might be worthwhile doing something like that. You can do that maybe in October. Anyway, something to keep in mind, Paul. And I just caught wind from letters as he was telling other people that the updated advisory for rain tomorrow is only 30% tomorrow, which is great news. It means it probably won't rain. Probably, but so we'll see how early I get up and get going in the morning. Hopefully I'll get up early. The bear bot is just packed full. Mine is the last one in, and it was tough getting it in there. So I'll be the first one probably pulling mine out, and I'll probably wake up a few people pulling the pin off. But with luck, you know, I'll get up at 5:30 and maybe get started at 6 o'clock. And it's nice to have like, you know, 7 or 8 miles down by 10 o'clock in the morning. It really feels like you've got something done. Then you can feel more relaxed in the afternoon if you want to stop at some place or take a break, and, you know, knowing that you're going to get where you want to go by 2 o'clock, no problem. You know, even if it's a 20-mile day, maybe 3, 4 o'clock. So there are 3 shelters, like 14, 16, and 20, or something like that. So aim for the far one, but I still have to look at Gut Hook and figure out what my plan should be for the next few days, because I really haven't thought that far ahead, because I was expecting to be in New York today. Anyway, I guess I better get into my tent in the shelter here and look at Gut Hook and plug my phone in, and maybe do the video from yesterday, which I haven't done yet, and then get onto the video for today. Because the longer I leave that type of thing, the harder it is to figure out what went with what day and that kind of thing. See how dark it is in here now that I'm in the shelter. So, good night all.